right in here. So, F you. Don't push him, man. Let's go, man. Shut up! Oh, whoa, that's true.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Let's say you ran a mass multimedia business and the profitability of that business is tied to people wanting to buy and consume and watch your products. You would want the most number of people doing that so you can have the highest possible profit. You are a smart person. Disney, on the other hand, is retarded. That's why Disney hired insufferable narcissist child Rachel Zegler to play its most famous Disney princess, Snow White, even though she told hundreds of millions of people that she doesn't want their money.
Go vote blue. And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business.
You know, what's really interesting about this is not that this is something new. Rachel Zegler has been doing this for a very long time. She has posted video after video after video of her campaigning for Democrats, isolating her potential audience, and saying, since the year 2020, that she just doesn't care about Republicans. And if you voted for Donald Trump, she actually hopes that you never know peace. F Donald Trump. A literal threat to the president and to his supporters. And his supporters listened. Here's the pre-ticket sales for Snow White at one of the larger theaters in the country. Not looking good. I don't want your business. Well, message received. This has been such a catastrophic nightmare for Disney that Disney has decided to cancel the premieres of Snow White. The premiere events obviously are times when the actors and actresses can hype themselves and the product and can speak to the press on the red carpet, can be photographed in gowns and saying funny, quirky things, and can create buzz for the movie. But Disney's saying, we've had enough buzz creation for this movie, including, but not limited to, Rachel Zegler straight up attacking the fans of the original.
You know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
Oh, it's super weird. Okay. This is not like princess behavior. Disney scales back Snow White Hollywood premiere after canceling the UK premiere amid major controversies. Oh boy. The afternoon festivities will be much smaller than expected. The red carpet will not include media outlets usually invited. She won't be able to have more comments like that. This is full and total panic time. Instead, the coverage will be limited to photographs. The studio did not comment for the story. Just photos. Disney went to Spain, about as far away as you can get from the American press and from Rachel Zegler having a moment to have Rachel Zegler stand alone in front of a castle and sing for like 100 people. It's really sad and pathetic. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what it looked like. The original castle that inspired Snow White. They're doing everything they possibly can, which I find amazing here. You go from Rachel Zegler talking about how horrible, weird, and creepy the original Snow White was, to her singing in front of the castle that inspired all of it in old Europe. So the obvious auto-tune here is really sad when you actually look at the number of people who showed up.
Gracias, España. Te amo.
Oh, te amo. I hope you never know peace. That's so repulsive. Look at this. I mean, it's crazy. So there's dozens of us, Rachel Zegler fans in Spain, that showed up to listen to her lip sync a auto-tuned song, and nobody really seems to know what the hell is going on. There were no other actors or actresses there. Nobody else from the production. It was just Rachel Zegler standing there by herself with her little selfie video. Let's read what exactly happened. Okay. Rachel Zegler took the stage to perform at a scaled-back Snow White premiere at a remote castle in Spain. About as far away from reporters as they could get her. The premiere of Snow White remake was relocated to a remote castle in Madrid, as Disney is forced to change the promo amid backlash against the film's woke themes and star Rachel Zegler. The film bosses had originally planned to stage a glittering Hollywood soiree worthy of a staggering $300 million spent making the movie. The event planned in Los Angeles and London and around the world. Yet, amid a series of scandals and PR nightmares surrounding the remake, Disney scaled back the lavish premieres to a handful of tightly controlled press events. The biggest of these is now thousands of miles away from the media's glare in this little Spanish town population of 50,000. Rachel entertained those who were invited to the premiere, where she performed a song from the film, but just standing by herself. So they literally fly her out to the middle of nowhere and a different continent to get her the hell away from the press, so she can meet with people that she doesn't meet with people that she doesn't even speak a language of. Look, it's empty. There's just no one. She's just standing alone. I hope you never know peace. Okay. The castle was built hundreds of years ago. Today it's a prominent example of architecture. Cool. The public has been banned from entering the castle on Wednesday and Thursday, with a notice stating that it was for a private event. A further sign that press are being held away from the event. So they kept press away like they had a disease. Later in the week, the cast will return to the States. Zegler is expected to attend a party at the El Capitan Theater. Coverage will be limited to just photographers. They will not let the actors or actresses talk. Amazing. Most premieres invite dozens of media outlets to cover the event and interview the cast. The studio has decided to buck the tradition in this case. Got it. This is how far away they actually brought Rachel Zegler. Here she is, out to the middle of effing nowhere in Spain. Got it? Got it. Put up a giant apple. Cool. Cool. These two clearly hate each other. Now the cast are completely crashing out on Rachel Zegler and saying, F you, publicly. And good for them, actually. Snow White actor slams Disney for scaling back premiere, braces for $300 million woke disaster. Martin Kleba, who voices Grumpy in Disney's live-action adaptation of Snow White, has slammed the company for their decision to scale back the film's premiere. He's upset about it, obviously. He is a dwarf actor who voiced one of the dwarfs but didn't actually act in the movie, so he made a ton less money because of how woke this movie was, and because Peter Dinklage was offended at Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Not dwarves like midgets, but like mythical creature dwarves. The movie has been mired in controversy. Kiba, 55, expressed disappointment with TMZ, reporting the actor is seriously bummed and a bit pissed about the situation. The actor acknowledges that Rachel, who stars Snow White, and Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, are allowed to have their own political opinions, but they shouldn't have overshadowed everyone else's hard work. Ziegler famously expressed pro-Palestinian views. Having starred as Marty in Pirates of the Caribbean, Martin is familiar with big Disney premieres and argues that Snow White deserves a more significant launch. Now, other actors and actresses are crashing out on Rachel Zegler, saying that she's just an absolute nightmare to work with, and this is never a good look when the other people who worked with you on this project are going to the press and leaking. But there are some things that are public, like the new ratio for the new clip for Disney's for this thing. It's like they cannot win. They cannot win. They released this stupid song. They're trying to shove the song on everyone. Nobody's buying it. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Rachel soon works at the mall. Disney, it's about outer beauty. Audience, well, then Gal Gadot wins easily. Disney is about inner beauty. Well, Gal Gadot wins more easily. I'm not taking my daughters to this. This is like the... I'm 61. I haven't talked with my father since 1978. This morning, he called me to ask if I hate the trailer as much as he does. Thank you for restoring my relationship, Disney. How will the good queen save her kingdom from evil Snow White? I hope this time the queen will succeed. Yeah. I think that random Twitter user really said it best when they said, Disney scaling back the Snow White premiere due to controversy. The only controversy I see is how Gal Gadot is supposed to be jealous of Rachel Zegler as a believable plot point. This was them at the Academy Awards, right? Disney trying as hard as they can to shove these two together. Yeah, it's not going to work. And at this point, it's just Disney trying to get this over with. It's funny because they held the movie up for a year because they thought that the controversy would pass. What they ended up doing was making it so much worse because you let the entire culture shift now back to restorative truth, to a longing for our past and an acceptance of how things were written and lore and tradition and Snow White being white. It's like, that's what they wrote. Her skin is white as snow and she choose a Guatemalan actor. Okay. Good luck with that, Disney. It is what it is. I'm excited to see them fail, and I'm excited for this to launch another 10,000 YouTube careers for people ready to review this absolute garbage. And we'll be waiting along with them, although certainly not buying it. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, subscribe.